The Royal Air Forces will sign a contract for buying 14 Chinook helicopters from Boeing in a £1.4 billion deal, but will not get them for several years due to budget pressures on the cash-strapped Ministry of Defence. The Royal Air Force's enduring commitment to the Boeing Chinook has been further cemented, with confirmation that the country has agreed on terms with the US to buy another 14 examples of the heavy-lift helicopter. Britain has about 60 Chinooks in service. Last month's Defence and Security Review revealed plans that 9 of the older models will be withdrawn and replaced with new extended-range versions. The order will help Boeing maintain its production line in Pennsylvania, where the helicopter is built. The Chinook is an extremely capable and highly versatile support helicopter that can be operated from land bases or ships into a diverse range of environments, from the Arctic to the desert or jungle. The aircraft may be armed and is fitted with a suite of self-defense equipment allowing it to operate across the battlespace. Chinooks are primarily used for trooping, resupply and battlefield casualty evacuation. Although the planned acquisition of more Chinooks had been expected for some time, the United Kingdom Embassy in Washington recently confirmed to Bloomberg that a formal deal to buy more of these helicopters is close to being finalized. That outlet reported today that the United Kingdom government and the Pentagon had agreed on a package worth £1.4 billion for the 14 Chinooks, together with engines, machine guns, and self-protection equipment. These details were included in a previously undisclosed letter from the embassy, dated March 25 this year, which the news agency had obtained. A letter of acceptance from the United Kingdom Embassy in Washington, which begins the contracts process for the deal, confirmed Britain wants to buy the Chinook H-47 extended-range helicopters. The letter went on to say it wanted to try to avoid any price increases resulting from the delayed deliveries of the heavy-lift helicopters. The letter describes the Chinooks as new-build H-47 extended-range helicopters. It's not entirely clear what the configuration of the future helicopters for the Royal Air Force might be, but Boeing has offered an extended-range version with increased fuel capacity to Germany for its protracted heavy-lift rotorcraft requirement in the past. The configuration in question also sounds similar, in some respects, to the Block II MH-47G helicopters, special operations Chinooks based on the current standard Block II CH-47F variant, that the United States Special Operations Command is currently procuring. With its triple-hook external load system, internal cargo winch, roller conveyor fit and large reserves of power, the aircraft can lift a wide variety of complex underslung or internal freight, including vehicles. It can carry up to 55 troops or up to approximately 10 tons of mixed cargo. Secondary roles include search and rescue, and supporting a wide variety of specialist tasks, including the military aid to the civil authorities' commitment. A Chinook crew comprises 2 pilots and 2 crewmen, supplemented by specialists dependent upon mission requirements. Regardless of the exact configuration, an extended-range Chinook would be ideal for the kinds of special operations missions that a portion of the Royal Air Force Chinook fleet is assigned to perform. The service already has a number of Chinook HC-5 versions that feature fat tank sponsons, something also found on SOCOM's MH-47 gigaseconds, for increased range. At the same time, the United Kingdom has been forced to reconsider the expenditure profile of this project, in the words of the British Embassy letter, indicating that cost savings are being sought. Coupled with the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, this means that planned deliveries could be delayed by up to 3 years. Handover of the last aircraft is now expected before the end of 2030. It's noteworthy that the US State Department approved the possible sale of 16 H-47 extended-range aircraft to the United Kingdom at an estimated cost of £2.5 billion, back in October 2018. The latest United Kingdom defence policy document, unveiled last month, outlined plans to retire the oldest Royal Air Force Chinooks and to invest, alongside the United States, in newer variants of this operationally proven aircraft, enhancing capability, efficiency, and interoperability. However, at that stage, no final numbers of costs were provided. While that document, formally titled the Integrated Review of Security, Defense, Development and Foreign Policy, outlines increased defense spending for the United Kingdom, it nonetheless makes significant cuts to some programs, including wholesale withdrawal of a number of Royal Air Force fleets as well as reductions to others. The United Kingdom is embarking on a significant overhaul of its rotary fleet, which includes 60 Chinooks, a mix of successively upgraded HC-5, HC-6A, and HC-6 variants, based at Royal Air Force Odiham in Hampshire, southern England. Primary missions include transporting troops, cargo resupply, and casualty evacuation. These aircraft have been deployed around the world and have been widely used on combat operations, including during a current deployment to Mali in West Africa. As well as new Chinooks to replace older airframes, the Ministry of Defence has announced plans to invest in a new medium-lift helicopter in the mid-2020s. This is intended to replace a range of different types in service with the British Army and Navy, including the long-serving Puma. The British Army is also replacing its AH-64D Apaches with advanced AH-64E models. Confirmation that the United Kingdom will sign a contract for more Chinooks is good news for Boeing, as the United States Army wavers over its own future purchases. An Ministry of Defense spokesman said, "Work is at an advanced stage to commence the procurement of a number of new Chinook helicopters to replace older airframes in the fleet. The delivery schedule and exact costs for the new Chinook helicopters are to be confirmed, but it is expected delivery will be completed before the end of 2030. A spokesman for Boeing said, "We look forward to building on our partnership with the Royal Air Force as the H-47 Chinook extended range procurement continues."